Hi, this is James Belton, and I'm a cloud adoption leader in IBM's Watson and Cloud Services team. And in this video, I just wanted to show you how to set up version history or versioning using IBM Bluemix Object Storage. So in the last two videos that I recorded, I showed you how to create an object storage instance using IBM Bluemix. And then in the second film, I showed you how to use the Swift at the command line to then do things like add containers and add files to the object storage service that we've created. So if you haven't already reviewed those, then I suggest you do so, because obviously we've pre-created the object storage, and we will need to run a command within the Swift API to make this work. Okay, so anyway, so for this example, we've got our object storage service up and running. I'm using one called Object Storage Example. As you can see, I'm based in the London region, and at the moment I have no containers, I have no files, and therefore I've used none of my storage. So the idea of this tutorial is to create two containers, and then have one of those containers as like my current files, and then have another container as like an archive file. So when I put a new file into the current container, then that file will also copy into as an older version into the archive file. So let's kick off with that. So you can obviously create your containers using the Swift command line. Because I'm here, I'm going to use the GUI to do that. So I'm going to create my first container. So let's call this current version. Save that, and then let's create another container, which we'll call archive version. Okay. Save that. So there you go. We have our two containers there. So what I'm now going to do is just switch over to my command line. Now I'm already logged in, and I have my Swift session connected to my object storage. So if I type in Swift list, and there you go. You can see my two containers there ready to go. So to make one archive to the current version container, archive to the archive version container, I simply type in Swift. So it's a Swift post command. So Swift post. So we have first of all you have the current version container. So give that container name. Then use the -h switch. And then it's X versions location. So this tells it that it needs to go to the archive version container. So hit close on that, and there we go. It's done it. Okay. Okay, so coming back into the Bluemix console, you can see that I've got my archive version container still in my current version container. They haven't really changed. If I go into my current version, you can see there's nothing in there. And likewise, if I go into my archive version, there's nothing in there either. So, I'm not doing anything here underhand. Okay, so if I click on my current version and I actually add files to this now. As I showed you in a previous video, what I can actually do here is start to drag and drop stuff. So let's drag our stuff into there. Just cancel that. So you can see that they're now uploading. And there we go. That's now complete. So there are three files there. So in our current version, we now have those three documents. Again, we have nothing in our archive version. Okay, so what we're going to do next is I'm actually going to open up one of these documents. So I'm going to use Word, so Cloud Adoption is important. I'm going to open that up. So what I'm going to do there is just type in something like version 1. I'm just going to save that. Save that and then upload it again. So if I do add a file, so I'll add this one, and if it goes. Okay, so just to double check I've got the right one. So let's download the file, open the Word. As you can see, it's got version 1 written in it, which is great. And if we then actually go and check our other container, you can see there is actually another file in there, and that's essentially the older version. So there we go. Okay, so we've got our old archive version in there now. So what I can then do is go back to my current version, and what I can then do is actually delete this file. So go delete file. So it gives me a warning, you're about to delete it. So yep, delete. And as you can see, it has actually deleted it. But as you can see, it's still here. So what's this? Well, this is actually the archive file brought back into my current version file. So if I actually go and download that file now, open it up again, you can see that this is the version that's been downloaded, and this is the one that's actually I've had open on my laptop. So as you can see, version 1 has disappeared from there. So this is actually working, and what it does is it restores the older version for you as you delete the new ones. So what we can do, so if we wanted to, we can actually make a few more versions of this, shall we? Just to give it a proper test. So version 2, we can save that. And then upload it. So open that. There we go, that's been uploaded. Yep. Make a version 3. Save that. That. So there's version 3 up there. And what we can then do, I don't know, should we go for version 4? So version 4. Open that. Okay, so it's uploading. And let's do one more. This is the final version. Okay, let's save that. I'll close this down now, and then upload this. Okay, so it's just uploading. Okay, so that's that done. Right, okay, so what we can then do, go back to our containers. If you go back to the archive version, what we can now see is there's actually 4 copies of this file on here now, and this will represent each of the different archive versions. So if we go back to the current version, let's see which is the current version. So let's download the file. As we all know, the current version is the one that says version, this is the final version. Okay, so if I delete that file, so delete files, so delete, So what does that leave us with? So download that, OK that, and we're back to version 4. Okay, and if you go back to your container and you see the archive versions, and you see that the archive version has actually been deleted as well. Now, so basically whenever you delete a file from your current version, it will always replace it with the last archive version. Okay, so that's it from this particular tutorial. Again, I hope you found that really useful. If you haven't already seen them, why not go back and have a look at the other couple of object storage tutorials that I've recorded. They're both on YouTube. And until next time, goodbye.